Fans believe John Krasinski said divorce, so he and Emily Blunt go viral. The Oppenheimer star and her spouse have been married since 2010 and have 2 children together. 6 times they made jokes about getting married. One of Hollywood's most cherished pairs, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, may be the reason behind the outcry from fans over a remark made by the Office veteran to his wife that was captured on a red carpet camera during the Golden Globes. The 44-year-old was heard talking to his spouse on the red carpet as they posed for pictures prior to Sunday's performance, according to a TikTok video. Despite the fact that it appeared innocent, some fans are certain Krasinski told the Oppenheimer star, "I can't wait to divorce." Some fans noted that the couple has a history of making jokes about their relationship, so it's possible that he was only kidding when he made the comment, while others thought he might have said something else entirely. Making light of being Blunt's stalker, Krasinski. Before the couple started dating, Blunt was referred to as her stalker by Krasinski in 2016, who made light of the fact that he had seen her 2005 film, The Devil Wears Prada, about 75 times. "Embarrassingly, I think we had only been dating a couple weeks, and she stopped by. And I didn't know she was stopping by, so when she opened the door and came in, I quickly flipped the channel," Krasinski told the magazine in 2016. "She probably felt that I was viewing something entirely wrong, and rather than telling her that I had been watching The Devil Wears Prada, I actually decided to let her think that." Later on in our relationship, she inquired about my viewing of The Devil Wears Prada. When I said that I had, she questioned, "How many times?" I said, "A lot." In her words, "What's a lot?" I responded, 75 times. Fortunately for me, she stayed with me and was unaware that she had actually wed her stalker. On The Graham Norton Show in 2021, Krasinski made mention to being a stalker of his wife. He quipped, "I was full stalker status. I was like, hey, you want to go out on a date with me?" He went on, holding his hands in front of his eyes as though they were binoculars. According to Blunt, their meet-cute was a lame story. Blunt bemoaned the unimpressive story of how she met her spouse in 2018. According to the Mary Poppins Returns star, "It's kind of a sad, lame story," she told Seth Meyers in 2018. "He was in the restaurant, and I was there too. Oh my God, that's my friend John," said my friend Gray to me as we were sitting down with a mutual acquaintance. That concluded things. He left our friend Justin Theroux, with whom he was seated, and approached us. He was just staring at me, laughing. After starring in their first film together, The Quiet Place, Krasinski joked with people in 2019 that they could be announcing our divorce right now if the production of the film had gone the wrong way. But he gave reassurance, saying, "After we finished this movie, I've never loved my wife more. It came down to faith for me. Of course, we trust each other in our daily lives, but this kind of trust is distinct." Blunt is unable to part with the horrible velvet jacket she wore on their first date. "I have an old royal blue velvet jacket that I don't wear, but I wore it on our first date," Blunt said. "And I haven't discarded it," Blunt said in a 2022 interview with Stephen Colbert. "It's such a horrible jacket. As it lies there, I think that jacket is awful." When she wore the jacket on the 28th date, she admitted to Colbert that it probably was awful, but I was blind to that. "I thought, you look good." She jested that Krasinski gave her a note after their first date saying, "Just don't wear the jacket and you'll get another date." Krasinski makes light of Amy Schumer's pretend marriage. Comedian Amy Schumer gave Krasinski and Blunt's A Quiet Place Part 2 high marks on Instagram in 2021, but she couldn't help but make a lighthearted joke about the duo. "Although I've said for a long time I think Emily and John have a pretend marriage for publicity," the woman stated in a since-deleted post. In reply, Krasinski said, "Amy, thank you for completely ruining our marriage." Joking that Blunt is a diva, Krasinski, "People assume that because we work in the same industry, we have similar experiences, but in reality, I've never worked with her on a set. She was a diva, I'd heard. Can't get Emily out of her trailer," stuff like that, Krasinski made fun of while his spouse laughed beside him on The Graham Norton Show. Afterwards, joking about his fixation on The Devil Wears Prada, he said, "I couldn't get Anne Hathaway, who played the lead in the movie, so I thought, oh," referring to his spouse.